let's go ahead and switch over. Where is it? There it is. Boop. Alright,
Oh, nice. Excuse me.
so this may be potentially the last stream of Fate Extra that I do, because I've already done the Saber run, I've already done the Archer run, and I believe with the way the game is paced, this will be the end of the Caster run.
Well, see, Remy, what you gotta do
Yep.
now, what you gotta do now is you gotta do the game without ever upping stats.
Get it
No.
from the Warzone call out?
Anyway.
I love to tease.
Oh, I'm sure you do.
I'm fighting Palutena in Palutena's temple.
Alright.
This feels fitting. Right, Palutena has a counter, because everyone in this damn game has a counter.
Alright. Anyway, cutscene. Silver, I'm glad yesterday went well. Ronnie is waiting for me in her spot by the window. Her golden skin is radiant in the sun. Yesterday we struck a strong blow against Gawain, so it's possible to be positive about the finals. Tomorrow is the 7th and final elimination battle. I never thought I'd be standing on equal ground with Leo and Gawain, but thanks to Ronnie, it's a reality. Those words of thanks are on my mind as I look at Ronnie. Is something on my face? She looks so perplexed as she asks. I can't help thinking how cute she is when she gets flustered, and I smile. Ronnie smiles back. I thought you might be worried over Leo Harway's philosophy, but it seems I was incorrect. I spent time wondering if Leo's philosophy had merit, but in the end I realized that his way of thinking was wrong. I realized after fighting him that as strong as Leo is, he's missing something critical. That's why I know I can win. It's a relief to hear that. Ronnie smiles. Seeing that smile reinvigorates me to win and return to her, no matter what. Alright. The sky's going dark. I'm nervous that I've forgotten something, making everything that I've done so far be for naught. My dear master, this is our last night together. Did you get the cipher keys? And you wouldn't dream of forgetting an alteration of the soul, right? Hearing familiar words from my servant calms me. I'd really like to save myself the embarrassment of losing by default in the finals. Just in case, I should check the cipher key display on my terminal. Also, I need to finish all my other preparations today. Visiting the commissary, performing alteration of the soul, training in the arena, it's all necessary. I should do everything I need to. I can't be too careful either. Alright. Does she say anything in our private room? The war is almost over. With one more victory, the Holy Grail is ours. We will reach the core of heaven. Um, Master? This may seem kind of random, but would you consider just stopping right here and now? To live in absolute freedom. Just let the Holy Grail and that child be. And there's a way around the rule about dying if you don't win. It's not that hard to create a loophole. Then we could go back to the beginning when the school was calm. That'd be okay with you, right? Her sudden questioning takes me totally by surprise. And even more surprising than Caster's words is the look of frail weakness in her eyes. I'm joking, really. Turning back after coming this far wouldn't fit my master's personality at all. If we were going to drop out of the war at all, we would have had to do it at the beginning. The lives of the 6 masters we've beaten mean nothing to me, but I can't dismiss all of your efforts. Alright, let's get our heads straight and head out. Oh, and forget everything I just said now, okay? I get you, Tamamo. It's surprisingly easy to get cold feet. Also, what are these two doing here? Further down the hallway...
They're just chilling.
Further down the hallway, the sounds of an argument can be clearly heard. On the now sparsely populated campus, it's easy to identify one of the voices as Ronnie's. The other voice can only belong to Leo. A mere doll of Atlas? That is incorrect. As I am now, I have a heart, compassion, and wishes. I see. Pardon my rudeness. I should have expected nothing less of Atlas's finest creation. To make a being that is almost but not quite human is an impressive and admirable feat. Unfortunately, whether I live or die has yet to be determined. As per the rules, the Holy Grail goes to the last person standing. But the real question here doesn't concern my life, but yours, does it not? If you fall, the Harways will lose their successor, and their grip on the world will loosen.
I don't care. Are people being annoying?
Oh,
Like the fuck's sake.
cutscene.
Hey,
Hi, guys.
Hi, Caddy.
Alright, cutscene. If you fall, the Harways will lose their successor, and their grip on the world will loosen. True, but I'm going to win.
No, we're not.
It's not bravado or lie. Leo believes he's speaking the truth. And it's definitely not in blind faith. He has judged himself and doesn't find himself lacking. My professor believes the Harways are the source of the stagnation that currently plagues humanity. Also, your possession of the Grail would lead to catastrophe. That is why you must stand down. Catastrophe, you say? Ronnie, while I do understand your point of view, I must disagree. No, you look tired. Now is not the time for an extended conversation, I'm afraid. With that said, I bid you a good day. Leo makes a vague gesture towards Ronnie while at the same time acknowledging me with a smile. Silver, I look forward to finally meeting you on the field of battle. I notice as he leaves that his smile never once slipped. If I was still the same person as I was before, his words would have badly shaken me. But everything's different now. Now I have a purpose, a reason to fight for the Holy Grail. That is why my path diverges from Leo's. But only the Holy Grail knows which the correct one is. Alright. Anything in the library? Nope. Okay. First floor. Taiga!
Oh, my intro was ruined, and my stupid ass coworkers. What I was going to do was do what I did in Skyco's stream and pop in and be like, yeah, my coworkers being stupid is what prompted me to say that thing about like stupid enough to care what to do. Because it's like, I mean, it's not, I guess it's not important, whatever.
Alright. Tiger Thermos.
No need to bring work drama into the stream, you know.
Yes, this is my precious! Take this plushie in return. No, I insist that you have it. Okay, Gollum. You've received Taiga's stuffed animal. So I guess now...
Never reject plushies.
Nope. And so now, when we go back to our private room...
They'll see.
There it is. Right over there by the pillar.
Meh.
And he's a cute little tiger plushie, too.
ASMR only not in this game.
I don't know if they thought of ASMR before this game, so yeah, it might just be a timing thing.
Did I mean, okay, ASMR as a genre maybe not, but definitely people would listen to like white noise before this game.
I still remember the Shiniti animations video of what was it, the Oniland event, where somebody took one of Shuten's voice lines in that event and they just started playing it on loop.
They knew what they were doing when they made Shutendoji.
They did. All right, let's see.
Oh.
I have a feeling I'm gonna want to boost the magic stat, which would make sense. Tamamo's a caster.
Oh yeah, Silver.
Yeah.
When you do the Final Fantasy IX stream, I'm hoping we can do like what was done with Skyto's stream and basically do voices for the characters because that "Hello, Darling" voice we did, I want to do that for Queen Ron.
God.
I mean, seriously, you
Like
can't
you
tell
did
me that
last time?
you can't tell me that that doesn't you can't tell me that that wouldn't work. That doesn't work for Queen Ron.
I mean,
Alright.
yes, I very much can tell you that.
No, you can't because I did it improperly the first time around because I was trying to do it like that, but it wasn't working out for some reason. So yeah, you kind of can't.
Alright, let's see.
Anyway,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, alternatively, I could do something else like bring these garnets and the monkey. They will pay for this outrage.
Alright.
So Silver and Forest.
Yeah.
Today I almost got bit by a dog.
Oh, what happened?
So I was already having a bad day because my assistant manager was in a foul mood and was, in a sense, taking it out on me. And basically what happened was that so since I guess it seems like it's my fault that some people never get done on time, because that's what she made it sound like. I needed help getting dogs to go outside, but I had one last dog that was being very fucking stubborn. A pit mix named Bingo. Now, nobody fucking warned me about this dog.
Oh.
So it turns out that I don't even fucking know how this dog managed to like get adopted before. But basically I sometimes with some dogs I'll just walk them around to the outside kennels. When I tried to do that with this guy, he was just at first doing the typical thing of biting at the leash when I'm trying to put it over his head. But then it just got deranged and he started like pulling and biting hard at the leash, and I was trying to get him to the outside kennel, but he was pulling me hard away from it because he wanted the damn leash, and he almost fucking bit me too.
Oh, jeez.
And I was trying like so hard to then like either take him back inside, but he just kept pulling, and I don't have the strength to deal with a dog that when it's standing on its hind legs, it's actually taller than me. That was like pure muscle right there.
Yeah.
So what I did was that I tried to, in a sense, like, I guess, trick him into pulling me into the outside play yard, and I just let him loose in there. I went to get my stupid assistant manager, and I said that I had a problem, and she's like, what? So I explained to her what happened. So she thought she would have an easier time than me, but no, she was having issues getting the leash on the dog. He tried to bite her, so she smacked him on the face.
Oh.
Yeah, and So what we did was we had like two leashes on a dog that he was biting at them both. Because not even tricking him with treats was working. So she lifted him with the leash on the front part, which was putting kind of some pressure on his teeth and hurting him, but we had no choice. And I was lifting his back end until we finally tossed him back into his kennel.
Oh, geez.
But my arms and my legs hurt so bad from dealing with that.
Yeah.
Understandably,
I'm just shocked I didn't get bit.
you just what you had to do was basically the equivalent of lifting a whole ass chair. Not
Yeah, 'cause
like
I'm
a light chair. I mean like an easy chair.
yeah, 'cause I'm pretty sure that dog is like 80 pounds.
I know that thing. Like that.
I don't even know how they intend to adopt out that dog. He'll probably end up getting put down because that was dangerous.
It's a shame because you know the bulls are pretty social creatures when they're raised.
And I don't even blame the dog. I blame the people who used to own the dog.
Same. Because again, I've seen pit bulls who are raised properly, and they're just the sweetest things.
Yep. Same here.
Oh, we got at the shelter like a pit bull mastiff mix. He is such a sweet sugar giant.
God, that dog must be hell to walk. A pit bull mastiff mix. That's a good way to get a dog that's literally an elephant.
Oh, he is very big, but he is such a sweetheart. I will say, I fucking hate it when people fucking crop the ears of pit bulls and Dobermans. Same for the docking of the tails.
Oh.
Oh, but then they fight so much better, yeah. So you abuse your dog so you can abuse your dog.
No, they do it also because breed standard because the dog looks tougher, and it's like, no, like back then it made sense for some breeds if they were like actively being used as working dogs. But if they're not being used as that, there's no fucking reason to be doing that unless it's a matter of like, no.
That and again, the crop ears, crop tail mean that, like, for the people who use them as fighting dogs, they do that because, oh, then there's less stuff to get bitten. Like, yeah, but now they suffer.
And also, I find it amazing how there's a lot of people that support the cropping of ears and the docking of the tails, and yet they'll fucking put their arms up in the air in riots over the declawing of cats.
Yeah. I believe the word you were looking for is hypocrites.
Yep.
Yes.
Me, I'm against both, and I'm also against docking a cat's tail.
Oh,
Oh.
there's people that fucking like that.
Which, the reason for that, it goes beyond me.
The only time at the shelter they have...
The original reason why cats had their tails docked, at least in Japan, was because of the belief that if a cat's tail got too long, it would turn into a demon.
That is fucking retarded.
It's stupid, but I do remember hearing that Japanese are pretty superstitious.
Yup. The Shinto belief is that all things possess a soul, and thus all things have the potential to turn into a demon without as they say, proper care and diligence.
But,
All that seemed to accomplish was making demons out of people.
Yeah. Yep.
yeah, the only times at the shelter they have ended up having to, like, dock a cat's tail Because, like, there was a cat that came with it. Basically, ever heard of degloving?
Yup.
Yeah, we ended up with a cat that was brought to the shelter with a degloved tail. Also,
For those of you who don't know, degloving is the process of removing the skin from a limb.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, like, you might want to explain for the audience just in case. All right, you're the
Yeah.
vet, so.
So, like, for instance, if the hand from your, or if the skin from your hand or your foot gets removed, that's called degloving because that is your appendix becoming skinless.
Uh,
Ugh. It is, and it is as, you know, unnerving to look at as you think.
good crit. Ouchies.
Yeah, man. Yes, I have to make my egg.
oh my gosh, I checked outside because I still need to walk also, and it's so fucking cold and windy. I don't like it.
Yeah, it's been raining.
Why
It's been raining all
Winter
day.
still putting up? Why is Winter still putting up a fight?
This is Old Man Winter's
spring,
last
so-
breath.
I mean, it's spring, so you're gonna get cold and, yeah. It's still gonna be
If you
kind of
like the
cold.
cold, it's great! More cold! But those of us who want spring just want spring. We've been having such good spring weather lately, all month.
Mom, it's okay.
So anyway,
Chill.
Silver. Yeah. So let's see. If you hit in at 10:30, yeah, there's no way I'm gonna be able to get up early enough because I typically come home at 2. I don't usually get to bed right until around 3.
Over there.
Probably not gonna be up for it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna have
Just over there.
cookie. Well, I'll ask Gianni to send you a properly trained up gimme ghoul. Not gimme ghoul.
I am
Anyway, it
here.
has all the, okay, whoever's talking, hold on a second. Because it has all the moves you need, it's the right paratype and everything, and you can pretty much solo it. So I guess at that point, you and Koki could probably do it yourself.
All right.
Although, I guess the fourth one to join in, you could probably join in with like a squad player to help or something, just assuming you want to play. But
Tengo que sacar a
We'll see
Oso,
what
yo creo
happens.
que la pizza tiene que estar despierta todavía.
anyway, yeah. Anyway, I'm done. So go ahead. Whoever was trying to talk before, go ahead.
I mean, I have a quad starter on my actual PlayStation. It wouldn't be too hard for me to just plug it in.
Okay, well there's a certain thing you want to do with the quad fire.
The guard came upstairs. Did you get it? Yes.
Hold on.
Out there? Oh, he just left. I'm just preparing. I'm just preparing to walk also for the. But I'm kind of dreading going outside with the wind.
All right. Let's see.
Oh, it is. That's cold. It's winter time. You have a good night. Please stay safe.
You too. Okay.
Yeah, he was very long.
Oh, nope. Okay.
Okay, what I was going to say was,
First off,
Forrest,
hello.
I have the move.
I'm
I have the move
home.
to be. I have the. Oh, Cookie's still talking. Never mind.
Sorry about that, guys.
No, it's fine. I don't think Forrest can even hear me anyhow.
It's just that my mom ordered pizza, and the Domino's guy looked more lost than a fucking sheep. So I know it wasn't silver because he won't get lost.
Anyway, first off, hello.
Hey.
Second off, somebody mentioned the boy. So I summoned the boy.
Oh yeah, MSO. Oh yeah. So we actually figured out what race class combination John would play in D&D.
Well, hold that thought a second, because I was gonna say, when it comes to the Cloud Fighter, yeah, just check the Pokemon channel, because I wrote down a build for what you might wanna use, because of how
Where's
the
the
Puma is set up. But yeah,
Go get
anyway,
my dad.
yeah, go ahead.
But yeah, we've figured out a D&D build for John.
Okay.
Even
It is
though,
literally him, a Goliath Storm Herald Barbarian.
Yeah.
One keeps rushing my fucking screen.
So he's quite literally a lumberjack.
Yes, he's playing a lumberjack giant.
Daddy.
I
think he's okay.
Pokey, why are you? Be freaking normal!
Sorry. And, okay.
Look!
Well, John, you want to know a really fun fact about myself? When I was a kid, I actually did get dropped on my head.
Oh.
That explains a lot.
I just dropped myself on my head. Fun fact, I couldn't sit up straight as a baby. And I actually did bang my head a couple times. Yes. John, I'm dating Remy. You should not be surprised that I have a tendency to make Monty Python jokes.
Anyway,
He has affected me.
Or that
Ironic
Remy
because-
has to calculate.
ironic because I'm the one who pretty much started
Shut.
this, I'm pretty sure.
Both of you, shut.
Richard is actually
Maybe
talking
he
to
is,
his job.
but Remy is the one that keeps doing it.
Oh. Trojan.
On check, yo.
Alright. What man-made horrors have you unleashed upon us this time, Mr. Deck God?
Oh,
Something that I could probably
sweet.
trust
Man,
you
you
to
goes
time.
beyond my comprehension.
Just another a Gaia deck? Definitely out of left field, but I kinda like it.
So, wait, but I'll get more done. So, really see that you're taking 4. Alrighty. Boy, oh boy. People are taking a lot of Christmas
Where
today.
the fuck did I put the leash?
Actually pretty insane.
What? Oh. Let me just drop off the mail on the old man's desk. He's already here.
I put my dog's leash to walk him.
Yeah, but Pokey, you're not the one who has I Show Me uncensored on their computer.
Can we not?
Wait, what happened?
Why fucking not?
He's making the same joke he always does, even though you have.
What, did I piss him off again somehow, even though I'm talking about...
No, no, you didn't piss anybody off.
You didn't.
Trojan is pissing everything else off, basically.
Alright. Nothing else.
Stop that. Can we stop when you're up? And can you stop? Okay, can you stop trying to have this beef with Loki?
Trojan, you are amazingly obsessed with a man's penis. Anyway, a minute 40.
MSO, don't get me started with you.
Trying to find me.
Minute 40. Yep.
Necesito pantalones largos. ¿Dónde están tus pantalones largos?
I mean, Trojan, in all fairness, you're the one doing it. Anyway, how are things going in Waifu Land, Silver?
Things in what?
I said, anyway, how are things going in Waifu Land, also known as Fate?
Doing a little level grinding before the last battles. Anyway, Forrest, you wanted to say something?
Oh, sorry, didn't mean to interrupt him.
I don't remember what I wanted to say at this point.
Yeah,
Talking about how
sorry,
I'm eating egg, cheese, and ham ham sandwich.
Oh, that actually sounds pretty good.
Alright.
Yeah.
My,
Speaking of, I actually have to get some eggs at some point.
hold on.
Because I cooked onions into the egg.
Oh, nice.
Onions with egg.
Okay,
That does sound really
hold on.
good.
Can you guys hear me?
It is
Yep.
really good.
Yeah, we
I'm
can hear you,
muted.
John.
I'm not muted.
No, no, no. I can hear you, John.
Yeah. We're just talking about stuff.
Hold
right
on.
now, John.
I guess.
don't think he can hear us.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah, that might have been a problem.
But
Yeah.
yeah. The one thing that I wish I had to complete the sandwich
Yeah.
would be a little drizzle of ketchup and then some chips on the side.
Ooh.
Oh, yeah.
ooh.
Oh yeah, that'd be great.
Also, it just you don't motherfucker.
Actually,
Okay. Can you guys hear me now?
Tango, Tango.
yeah, we.
We've
Can
been
you
able
hear
to
us?
hear you all along, John.
Give him some
Hear us?
slack.
can you hear
I
us?
had it on the wrong thing.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Anyway.
Also, Forrest, I know you said you're putting ham on that, but honestly, bacon would be awesome.
I
Alrighty.
don't have bacon.
I know. It's fine. Well, I mean, I kind of figured as much, but either way.
Honestly, ham or turkey is basically the same thing because you got ham, you got ham bacon, you got turkey bacon. I know
Later.
Remy says that turkey bacon is not real bacon, but it's still very good.
Of course
Nothing
I know
more
if it's a-
annoying than dealing with a dog doing a party dance.
What
What was
that,
that, Cookie? I think she's arguing with Oso.
Okay. Meanwhile, my cat is trying to steal my dinner. Because she's a little furry bastard. Yeah, that's right, that's what you want, man. Little furry bastard. You just ate and you want my food.
Right? He's a kid. Of course he's gonna do this.
Oh.
He's a cat. And technically, he's a full-grown cat. He's not a kid. He is my son, but he is not a kid by definition.
Well, I don't know. He's a kid now. He's a cat now. He's a cat. He's a kid. He's a kid.
He's Judd. He's Judd. I mean, he's almost fat enough.
I was gonna say, or Mini Judd. Could be one or the other.
Mini Judd's too young to be a man.
Okay,
Coach.
Judd.
Next up on the
Yeah, I
Alright.
do. And
next
also
up
the
on the
sad story behind
solo next up on the solo next up on the solo docket is Element Saber.
Cool.
Mini. I got some bacon for you.
What were you saying, Arizal?
I was saying, yeah, and I also know about the story of Little Judd too.
I don't know the story of Little Judd yet. I'm wondering about it's just as sad.
If I remember correctly, he was basically a clone of Judd, but he basically has all the recessive genes. If I remember correctly. So it's basically Metal Gear Solid if it was Cap. Basically, Judd is liquid. Little Judd is liquid Judd.
So would that mean he has a cousin named Revolver Ocelot?
I mean, that works, especially because an ocelot's a cat. So hey.
Yeah.
Actually, hold on. In his case, it would be Revolver Ursula, Revolver Earthling or whatever the proper word for it is. But that's some Splatoon 3 spoilers, so I don't want to,
Anyways. So,
Okay,
let's go though. The story of Judd.
Wait, were you just telling me to shut up?
No, I said Koki. What is it? No, I was saying Koki. Were you saying something? Because it sounded like you were trying to say something.
No, it's because it seems like the Domino's guy realized he forgot to bring us the sodas, so he placed them next to the door.
So you were literally like, what's my drink? The diet Dr. Kelp? I'm like, Koki, this is not my drink.
So, anyways.
Yeah, go ahead.
For those
Oh, I
who
find-
didn't know,
I find it stupid that they don't have Fanta.
Guys, Forrest is speaking.
Glitching.
so, For those who do not know the story of Judd, is that moment of humanity's apocalypse, because Splatoon is a post-apocalyptic world. Judd's owner had created a machine to basically cryogenically suspend you for however long it would take for intelligent life to be able to find you. And he only was able to make the one. He had to make a choice. Himself or his darling cat, Judd. He chose to preserve Judd over himself. Judd wakes up millions of years later in a world completely foreign to the one he knew, and now he's immortal on top of that. He can't die. Everyone he knew, everyone he could have known are all dead. And fish rule the world, and he can't eat any of them.
God, that must drive him insane.
Oh, it absolutely has to.
So anyway,
Moving on from the depressing topic of extinction and what it would do to those who survive.
hey Kojin, I gotta ask you something.
What?
When you and I first met, did you ever expect to commission me to build solo decks for Master Duel?
I did not.
What do you mean you don't know? You were the guy who came up with the idea, yes?
Yeah.
Let's see.
Hey, Silver.
Yeah?
Does your Domino's place have a soda other than Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and Fanta?
Mellow Yellow has some, Mr. Pibb. Has some lemonade.
Mr. What?
Mr. Pep?
Mr. Pibb.
Oh, Pep.
Never heard of
Still
it.
haven't heard of it. No.
My local Domino's back. My local Domino's does indeed have soda other than cola and Fanta.
Yeah, same here.
That sentence is apparently the hardest thing in the world for me to say.
And I can only drink the Fanta because everything else tastes like pine sol to me.
Well, you are a fraud.
What? No, they taste like pine sol to me thanks to COVID.
Oh.
Head pat the frog.
Head pat the frog.
That's also why I'm left with a permanent cough. My gosh, that is quite the collection of water bottles under these trees. Oh, but let's ban plastic bags because they're sure the fucking problem. Dipshits.
Yeah.
As Gojo said in the English dub, read a book, you're stupid as show.
What?
Okay?
As Gojo said in the English dub of JJK in one episode, read a book, you're stupid as show.
Oh. Yeah, that's... Yeah, those people were being stupid.
Were they being Astolfo levels of stupid?
No. Astolfo's a goofball. He's not outright stupid. He has evaporation of reason.
Seriously, like if I were to turn the webcam on right now, there's just so much fucking trash littering around here.
Oh, true.
Hey, Kojin, real talk.
Yeah.
There's
Do you
even a
intend
black.
to,
Real quick, there's
Go ahead,
even a
Rocco.
black lady. There's even a black lady's wig just randomly laying on the street right now.
Just some random wig?
A black lady's wig because it's like it's got the braids and stuff.
Oh.
So anyway, Kojun,
Nope, nope, nope.
an Element Saber and a mix of Element Saber and Mist Valley? How nostalgic are you, my guy? I'm asking from the bottom of my heart.
The
Your
sandwich,
daddy heart.
the sandwich was indeed good.
Mm.
The onions were so crisp.
Successfully consumed.
Yes. And I
Forrest,
want
what were you-
another.
Forrest,
I
what were you
actually
doing?
want another.
Forrest, what would you do if in your state they banned garlic bread?
I would make my own.
And if they make it illegal to even sell the ingredients to make it?
That would be weird because that would require making it legal to sell bread.
Garlic bread
I mean,
speakeasies.
Can I work on that?
Garlic
that's what I
bread
was-
speakeasies.
That's the term I was looking. That's the term I was looking for. Like I was trying to think of the word for it. Speakeasy. Yeah.
The
But yeah, it would be hard. It would be hard to ban the ingredients to make garlic bread, considering that the ingredients are garlic, butter, and bread.
Well, then you basically
And
have
you
to just
ain't
ban
like
garlic at
butter
that
and bread are
point.
used to butter and bread are used for a million other things. So they probably won't be able to do that.
I mean, like I said, you would just basically ban garlic at that
Other
point.
shit.
Ow. There we go.
Oh yeah,
Oh my
speaking of the Yu-Gi-Oh server. Yeah, Forrest, did you see that one video I posted? But yeah,
That
now I
was
have.
it.
I posted a video on Yu-Gi-Oh. Like,
Alright.
earlier
Check.
today.
Let me check. Oh yeah, the McDonald's one.
Yeah, and it's like,
so-
well, I guess,
some of them-
I'm gonna have to make a deck out of these cards now. Just out of
Some of them
obligation.
are really weird. Some of the
Yeah.
cards that were only available in the US as Yu-Gi-Oh! Like promotional cards are super weird because some of them were like commons in like Japan. So like super common cards in Japan are made super rare here for some reason.
I wonder if any are vice versa.
I probably.
Yeah.
Though this does also remind me of how Needle Ball, a card that was released in like 2001 or 2002 in Japan, wasn't released in the States until what, 2011?
Jeez.
Some cards just they sit on for a goddamn eternity.
Alright. Alright, cutscene.
Dragon Nail.
Alright.
Not salty at all. Nope.
Alright.
Salty, hello.
Alright.
State Silver is trying to continue with the game, so.
Wait.
Cutscene.
Okay.
This is our last night together, my dear master. So much happened. I'll treasure the memories always. But I'm sad that I won't be able to make new memories with you after tomorrow. Oops. Getting all teary-eyed isn't like Tamamo at all. I shouldn't be crying. I'm your companion, your beautiful wife who will always, always try her best. Ooh. And we've got all the information we need, so... Alright.
Pero sé que no tienen botellones a las dos. ¿Ah? Sé que no tienen botellones a las dos, ¿verdad? Botellones no tienen.
Whew. You're facing the final curtain, the final elimination battle. How do you feel, Master? My answer is obvious. Why even bother asking? I'm here because I've accumulated victories and crushed dreams. Because of the cost to others, I can't even imagine failure. Leo or myself, the one whose wish the Holy Grail will grant will be chosen today. Ah, yes. There was a certain young master who entered this tournament and has grown significantly. At first, this master appeared to be a sacrificial lamb, but instead fought on those wobbly legs. I may be an agent of the system, but your fight rouses my interest. Is your case a happy accident? Or a genuine miracle in hundreds, thousands of years of masters? How perverse for this AI to be based on a clergyman. Now go. Show me the true strength of your determination and desire. I'll wait on the first floor. Finished, Father Kotamine departs. The elimination The elimination battle is here. I'm about to face my strongest opponent yet. I'll make some final preparations. That means getting outfitted at the commissary and sorting out information in my room. Alright. Let's start with that sorting of information.
So, Mama and I ordered the 20-ounce bottles of soda.
Yeah?
They fucking sent us the half-liter ones.
Probably to make up for the mistake.
Perhaps.
No, the soda guy realized he still had it in his car and he brought it up.
Oh. So they must have given you the bigger ones by mistake. But hey, it's a happy mistake.
Yep.
Don't complain.
Alright. Let's go ahead and organize our information. Did you want to say something, Forrest?
Yeah, I was also just gonna bring up, in addition to Yu-Gi-Oh cards that took an eternity to release here in the States, half of the fucking Penguin cards.
I think I heard something about that.
Penguin Sword taking a decade and a half to release. To even be made.
Alright. Let's organize our information.
Yeah, they took those bottles for the bad bird and it almost landed on my foot.
The day has finally arrived. The day of the final battle. The way to the Holy Grail will open once this last fight is over. It's down to Leo and me. Whose wish will be granted? I have no intention of falling now, but today is the day where our fates will be decided. Before the elimination battle begins, I should go through all of the information I've accumulated. First off, the name of Leo's servant. I'd better make sure I have his name right before I do anything else. Gawain, Mordred, Lancelot.
I was gonna, as a joke, say it's Lancelot. Duh. I didn't even think it was gonna be one of the. I didn't even think it was gonna be an option, but yeah.
The servant in burnished white armor. His name was given as Gawain. A knight of great loyalty linked to the legend of the Round Table who guards Leo with tireless vigilance. I remember the first time we crossed swords in the arena. As per his story, his strength was legendary. Wielding a sword that shines like the sun, he barred my way with unshakable resolve. The name of his sword is... I believe it was... The Sword of Absolute Victory, that is the name of Excalibur. Talisman of Broken Commandments, I forget if that's actually a thing. The Resurrected Sword of Victory. Right, also called Galatine. It is the sister sword of Excalibur and a weapon of great power when used by Gawain. At first, there was no way I could meet the stroke of the sword infused with the sun's heat. Now, the attribute that made Gawain one of the mightiest of knights was his unique constitution. When the sun was in the sky, all of his abilities were amplified to a significant degree. His noble phantasm alone makes him immensely powerful, but with this attribute, he was almost invincible. What was the name of that ability?
Plot armor.
Well, I mean, yeah.
Basically.
Yeah. Let's see. Numeral of the Six, Numeral of the Saint, the Reckoning of Victories. It was Numeral of the Saint. Right, it was the numeral of the saint. The ability that ties his powers to the sun, as it's most powerful when the clock strikes noon.
He becomes the one.
I was trying to avoid making the Escanor comparison.
I mean, it's there.
It's there.
It's.
Alright.
Also, hey, Carrie.
Hi, Daddy Carrie.
Damn, it's a full house today.
Yeah, indeed. Yeah. But by hacking the arena and cutting off its light, I was not only able to wound him, but also cripple his ability of his to some degree. All that is to be done now is see how close Caster can get to Leo. I've made it all this way. Just one more. Just one more victory. And then I can get my wish granted by the Holy Grail. The answer that I have sought throughout this fight. Alright. Does Tamamo say anything different? This
I knew I was forgetting.
Here we go. This will decide the winner of the Holy Grail War. Regardless of what may happen, just focus on advancing. Alright. I believe I gained a level last time I was in the arena, so let's go ahead to the chapel and top up Tamamo's stats one last time. I think this time I want to buff her defense. Because from what I remember, Gawain does kind of hit like a truck.
I mean, it's Gawain. What do you expect?
Yeah.
As usual, Terry comes in, plays a sound effect, and then leaves.
You know what I expect from Gawain? Him to have the cooking skills of Typhoid Mary.
Okay.
Oi!
I mean,
that
you're not wrong.
that actually is canon.
That's why I said he isn't wrong.
Which is kind of
You know
funny.
what I did?
It's kind of funny that the fairy counterpart knows how to cook.
Only
I
wrong.
mean, they are all about trickery.
Okay, well, that's the case. I'm gonna get
Yeah, one tiny little snag with that. Her portion size are as big as her boobs.
this now.
Well, someone's horny today.
Yes,
I mean,
he is.
why are you calling me horny? I'm right.
Because you're still horny. Being right does not mean you're not horny.
Alright.
Nojin,
Cat Mom, have a Snickers.
I'm sorry, do you think that my gremlin nature is not my base stage?
Alright.
got you there, Coach. She's got you there, Coach.
Alright. Alright. Ooh,
Anyways,
actually, before I do, how's my stock? I suppose I could use more of the ether crystals, if they have any in stock. Let's go ahead into the commissary.
your stock, well, your portfolio is doing alright.
There we go.
The silence fuels me.
So I now have 40.
What did you even say? I missed it.
When Remy said, "How's my stock?" I turned and went, "Well, your portfolio is doing okay."
I need to
Right. Okay.
invest.
Alright.
Alright.
Oh,
There.
okay.
He meant stock as in items, but I made the stock market joke.
Yeah, I didn't. It's like, oh, that's what he said. Okay.
Yep.
It's like I
Sorry,
still
Mom.
didn't quite hear it. But when he said I need to invest,
Sorry,
yeah.
Mom, but I just got home, okay? Leave me
Oh.
alone.
Okay.
Damn.
All right.
Sorry.
Good boy.
Sorry about that. Mom was giving me the business.
Ah. All right. I've been waiting your arrival. Are you ready? If it is your wish, I will open the way to the Colosseum. Now,
I
please
was
present the final cipher key.
Mom. You couldn't hear me upstairs?
Show your claws.
All right.
Anyway,
Here we go.
well, that cleared up.
John, there's a simple solution. Next time your mom gives you the business, tell her to get back in the kitchen and make you a sandwich.
Shut your mouth.
All right. All right.
All right.
Why
All
did
right,
you be
all
so
right.
sage? I wasn't paying attention.
Don't worry about it.
Eh,
All right.
Oh, nothing.
it's family stuff, Coach. Don't worry about it.
All right.
Oh, nothing.
Anyway. So, young master.
Daddy doing daddy things.
So, young master, who will have their wish granted? You or the scion of the Harway family? I will be here waiting for the one who successfully manages to reach the Holy Grail. Whew.
Alrighty.
What are you doing there,
Hey,
man?
hold on. So dumb question.
Yeah.
Nothing there.
Do you fight twice in this route, or is it universal?
It's universal. I'm pretty sure.
And then Seraph decides to do Seraph things and just
Well-
adios Hakuno. Right?
We'll see. Give me just a minute. All right.
Don't find out. Don't find out. I ruined the surprise.
If this ends the way I think this is gonna end,
Well, let's get there
Seraph
first.
just made my shit.
Let's get there.
Done.
Let's get there first.
Going to see.
John, I'm going to tell you how it ends. Ends with the protagonist being remaining a sad, pathetic virgin with no to begin my meaning.
Anyway.
I'm just, I can only imagine what his face. I can only imagine what his face looks like right about now.
Anyway. Finally, the battle I have been waiting for. Are you moved by the gravitas of the moment as well? What do you think? I hope you reciprocate my emotions. You stir up something inside me when we fight. It would please me if you were capable of feeling what I feel. Excuse me, I can't contain my joy. You've gone through a metamorphosis. In the prelims, you were bland, unmistakable from an NPC. But now, you've transformed into a warrior, worthy of arresting my full attention. It was a long road. Yes, you've taken to the battlefield like a flower to rich soil. But the time has come for me to pluck that flower before its growth becomes unsightly. Strange, you haven't grown. I'm not sure what you're trying to imply, but it's true that I have not changed. No one expects me to. In a way, doesn't it seem like fate that you and I were paired for the final battle? Unchanging me versus the steadily improving you? Like the moon is looking to resolve the timeless clash of innate talent versus self-improvement. This feels rather strange. I want to fight you as soon as possible, but I'd also like to speak with you longer. I'm grateful that your defeat was reserved for me alone. Excuse me, but that sounded like you said you're going to defeat my master? Yes, that's exactly what I said. Here I thought those big ears of hers were just for show. Master? This guy has to die, and in the most embarrassing way possible, too. No, I'll win no matter what. You know just what to say to make... Sorry.
Die in the most embarrassing way possible. Silver's just like, all right, let me get the game shark.
You know just what to
Who's,
say to...
who's invincible now, fucker? Okay, sorry, go ahead.
You know just what to say to make me anticipate our battle even more fervently. It was definitely worth the wait. With a gnashing of metal, the elevator grinds to a halt. Is it just me, or did... This time did the reverberation last longer and sound heavier than usual? In any case, this is it. On to the final battlefield.
It's the final battlefield.
It's time. I'm aware this is inappropriate considering the situation, but I have one last thing to say. Thank you for making it this far. Now, let's defend our ideologies. Seventh Master. Alright. Time to fight Gawain. The moment has finally arrived, Silver. Although I'm afraid I'll miss you, I have to keep going. This is it. This is it, Gawain. Utilize your sword's full capacity for me. That particular line makes me think of SpongeBob. Do it because I told you to. Because you told me to!
They're my legs. They're my papas. They're my bubbles.
Alright. I have waited for those words. My body will be your blade, and I will cut a path to the throne for you.
Okay, that was a really well-timed line. Because you just were like, win because I told you to. I have waited for those words.
That's impossible. Ridiculous. And stupid on so many levels, Mr. Knight. Your master won't become a king. Because my master will win. Did I steal the words out of your mouth, Caster? Yep, you sure did. But putting those assumptions aside, your master isn't cut out to be a king. Is that so? How unfortunate that you can't see the plain truth.
There's no plain truth to see.
You're the blind one. You might be a cool prince, but that doesn't mean you'll make a great king. I've had the pleasure of knowing a real king. That's why I've always known you're not the real deal. That's enough, Caster. I won't tolerate a smarmy attitude from a creature like you. Fine. I'll shut up now. I couldn't care less anyway. Besides, it seems like you know what's lacking as well as I do. Plus, even if he was a king, he still wouldn't be in the same league as my master. I see. Although we've never agreed on things, I understand where you're coming from there. Both of us are loyal to the marrow to our masters. Yep, we are. And there's one other thing that annoys me, Knight of the Sun. The sun is kind of my personal domain, so I'd appreciate it if you made way for my master. I was expecting him to call her a fox demon or something, kind of like with Nero and how he called her Whore of Babylon.
But yeah, here's why Leo loses in the end. He has no conviction of his own.
I think you mean Gawain. You said Nero.
Well, no, Leo...
Or did you say Leo?
Leo...
Oh, Leo. You said Leo. Okay, never mind.
Leo is kind of guilty of it himself.
Just like his undyingly loyal knight Gawain, Leo is nothing more than a tool. A madman playing king, because that's the role he was given by his family. He's never a man,
Ooh, good
just
crit.
a toy. And no true king can come from a puppet.
Alright, that was a well-placed guard. Okay. Let's see.
Oh my god, it's lighting that's nuts.
Alright.
No. No, we
Now let's see. This will ought to
I don't know what's
build my
going on
meter
with the
pretty
internet, but this is
quickly.
lagging the tits.
Oof.
Is the Grokan feed lagging for anyone else?
I'm looking and okay. It was in the red a little bit ago, but it's back to green.
It's good on my end.
Okay. Seems they're stabilized.
Seems to. Okay. I'm actually kind of getting it with Tamamo here. Let's see, guard, so Chaos Heaven, break. Let's see.
I mean, you might as well restore her MP because you're running out.
That's the thing. I only have the one item that can restore MP, so.
So you're saving it.
Yeah, because the other MP restoration items are for the master, not Tamamo. So.
Kind of a bad design given that one of the characters in this, one of the obtainable servants in this is a caster. So, you know, a magician.
To be fair, I guess I was a little liberal with some of the items.
Yeah.
Oof. Good thing I guarded against that. Ow.
That's fine. Now you want to use that elixir?
Now would be a good time to do so. Let's see. Let's hit him with Fiery Heaven. And then I guess now would be a good time for Blessings of Amaterasu. Now I'm gonna do a little save scummy here. A little save scummy. Let's see.
I mean, yeah, might as well. The game doesn't play fair even remotely.
Alright. Okay, good stun. Taking the opportunity for a turn-long gold hairpin. Nice.
They found a cave. Love that they found a cave, huh?
It is a really good shield, where basically, like... Oh... I was not expecting him to have that up and ready already. Ooh. This might be an issue. But yeah, the Aphotic Cave is basically an absolute guard. Let's see. If I do this right...
right. You stun lock him.
Basically. Okay.
There we go. There's one stun. And there's a second stun. As the Tokam Pete just chugs.
There's a Splatoon player called Daddy's Toy.
What?
Alright.
Okay.
Okay, so he's code
Oh,
casting.
he is ready.
But...
I repeat, and he is ready. Oh, it's code cast. Never mind.
I did seem. It does look like I prevented him from being able to activate Galatine, at the very least, so. Let's see.
Knowing him that code cast is probably something super cheaty that lets him get it right away again.
Let's. I think I'll go ahead and. Actually, wait. Yeah, no, that only affects masters. Alright,
You're sweet, Lance. You're sweet, boy. You're sweet.
okay, guard break.
Oh, yes.
Oh, bomb 32. Right, this is the one that's just like a cheap shot. It only does like 82 damage.
Okay.
Ow.
Okay, traded, but he's doing way worse.
Okay.
What skills could he be using?
I imagine one of them is that Siege Perilous where he, what was it? I think it was a defense buff?
Do you think with that name, it would be buffing his, it would be like doing damage to you and at the cost of doing damage back to him?
Yeah, I think the other one is an attack skill, so I might want to be careful about that. Spirit Theft. Ow. Divine Aegis. Okay, that was a luck boost. It fought a cave.
Aegis is Aegis?
Aegis, Aegis, whatever.
Oh, I guess you got your ass beat.
I'm not hearing this from somebody who
Please
mispronounces Giga Drain.
No, leave it. Oh, okay. I see what you're doing.
Oh, you don't know how much pain this is fueling me.
Alrighty. We're at, I don't know where Devin is, but we're waiting on Fish.
Ow.
It's a theft too. Oof.
Good crit.
Oof. Kev.
Siege Perilous. Yeah, Siege Perilous is a buff to
I mean,
his
I'm gonna need him
guard
tonight
attacks.
anyways.
Let's see.
Oh, there you are. Yeah, we're waiting on Fish.
Is that
Yeah, just
half? Yeah,
that
about
one's-
half.
that one's been in there
No,
for ages,
more
so
like a third of the way through.
I've had him in there for like 30 seconds already.
All right. Chance to stun lock him again.
It
Alright.
makes it really easy to stun lock him.
Yeah, but he is by no means a pushover. Although,
He's still not below 10,000. His HP is still question mark, question mark, question mark.
yeah,
What is this man?
on the
See, this is why I say the game cheats. You can't have anywhere near that amount of HP.
let's see how to do this.
Like, it's straight up bullshit.
It kind of is. All right, let's do guard break, break.
Well, it's like, yeah, go ahead. Cheat,
That's-
do cheeky save state strat.
It won't help you.
It's the only way you're getting through this without losing your sanity.
Pretty much, yeah.
Because otherwise, you basically have. Because
People
otherwise,
play on
you have to do nearly perfectly.
Oh, this is gonna hurt.
You know, people who played on original people who played on original hardware be like, get on my level.
No, I think we're good. So well, that lag.
Okay,
No,
now
this
I'm
is
about
a-
halfway. So
And he still
Right.
has over 2k HP left, or over 1k HP, 10k HP left. I just can't speak tonight.
Alright, just a minute on stuff. Alright. Pretty much my workers. Yeah.
Okay, seeing as how I am technically building a frog deck with the Element Saber Tang,
you know, with all the Japanese heroes and gods that they have in the Fate series, I'm surprised they don't have the gallant Jiraiya as one of them.
You think they would?
You'd think they would.
what?
Oh shit! Here it is. Here it comes.
Oh no! How much? Oh my god!
There you go.
And that's why I save state.
I don't know if we can even survive that with a guard.
I can.
Oh yeah, fuck cave. Okay. Ha! Your precious invincible sword stopped by a mirror.
Maybe you just need some time to reflect.
I think a better pun would have been, yeah, we reflected his attack.
Nah.
Smack him with your mirror. And if I cave. Yeah, simple flip trick with a mirror is all it took to stop the sword of victory.
No. It's not just a simple trick flip with a mirror.
Oh,
Significantly less.
okay, we can stun him.
A little. I gotta be very careful with it though, because apparently he can now fire it off again.
How?
Let's see.
That's bullshit.
Ah!
Thank you, Tom.
Now, if this plays out like it,
Yes, heaven!
okay.
Please tell me that was the time he was going to use it.
Yep. Well, Blade of the Devoted.
This lag.
Best case scenario, he was going to use it a couple actions from then, but oh no! Oh, okay. Okay, that was not the worst. I panicked when
Motherfucker's still alive.
I panicked when I realized that that one Chaos Heaven thing didn't stun him. So I got a little worried. Let's see.
Alright.
Fiery Heaven,
What was I gonna do again? Oh yeah.
Aphotic Cave.
You're gonna change your name to Daddy John.
No.
I'm a lumberjack daddy.
Uh,
Ow.
if this goes right and this last action would be his stun, then I can take the opportunity to Spirit Theft so that I can get some MP back.
This is what you gotta do.
Okay, good hit. Aphotic Cave. Yep, Blade of the Devoted.
And we stop that attack dead in its tracks.
Good guard. Chaos Heaven.
He still has question mark HP! How much does he have?
Okay. Yeah, nope, he is a tough boy. Let's see.
Is he gonna break out? When are we gonna bring him down to 4 digits? It's bullshit.
I don't know about you, but I think we might be hitting time by the time this fight's done.
No. I can go a little longer if let's see. Just in case.
You enjoy being a pestilence?
Excuse me. Alright, Frigid Heaven.
Mans needs to chill out. Steal his MP.
Yep. I guess I picked a good time to use Aphotic Cave.
He's not going for his EX.
There we
so
go.
that worries me. Oh, did he go for it?
Oh no! Oh no, I timed that bad.
Oh, we needed one. We needed 2 rounds later than we did it.
Well,
Okay, so we know that second last move is actually.
alright.
You could go for guard on the second last one, you'd be fine. Then go for a cave on the last one.
Blade of the Devoted. Good guard break. One Aphotic Cave to defend against that. Another Aphotic Cave to defend against Galatine.
It's nice we finally have him down in 4-digit HP. Wonderful. So this man had to have like 80,000.
Alright. Let's see.
We see. I see a couple opportunities for break.
Yep.
Especially right in a row.
Let's see. Frigid Heaven.
He has 3 NPs in a row.
Alright, Fiery Heaven. Ah! Well, to be fair, he is at critical health now.
Oh my gosh.
But
Someone fucking here on Splatoon with the name Trump 2024.
Wow.
really,
Like, I'm sorry, but why are you bringing up politics in Splatoon?
So many people have been trying to do that the last couple of years.
It's annoying.
It really is.
For the same reason people keep talking about Palestine or how many weeks of HSC they're on, they want attention.
Yeah. Let's see.
Like, kind of leave all of that shit out of the children's shooter game, please. You know, maybe it's a good thing, that whole thing with Twitter and Nintendo is happening. Because apparently something's going on where, okay, so, you know how in order to make a post on Splatoon, you have to, you know, post on Twitter from your Switch, right?
Yeah.
Well, apparently, Nintendo has to pay, you know, Twitter an amount of money for that. And apparently, Elon jacked the price up really high, and Nintendo was like, okay, since it was going out because of that. So everyone's getting mad at Elon for this, and I'm just like, good, I don't have to look at these stinky posts anymore. At the same time, I can understand people like, I mean, unless Nintendo has like some alternative, like, I don't know, maybe because of this they'll make like a Miiverse 2 or something like that. Because that's originally...
I would love Miiverse to come back. I never got to experience it.
Miiverse was actually pretty
that's how
good.
They were doing it. Yeah, that's how they were doing it originally, so maybe they'll bring back some other kind of application.
Also, my god, the amount of digital mushmouth that you have right now, MSO.
Yeah, you are sounding really muffled.
Oh, probably because I was in front of the fryer putting stuff in. Yeah.
And yeah, this one, I'm just gonna start calling that digital mushmouth because it's what it sounds like. It sounds like you're eating the world's biggest bowl of digital mashed potatoes.
Yeah, that just sounds...
Holographic
Yeah.
meatloaf. My favorite.
My favorite!
I mean, it does sound funnier too, so yeah, why not?
Given that we are beings that exist on the internet for the entertainment of others, the funnies are what we must do.
There we go.
Oh, this is gonna be good.
Oh, this is going to suck.
For him.
Alright.
Silver, suffering for entertainment? Count me in.
Break. Break. Break.
A fought a cave. And break.
Break!
Okay. Stun lock. Good crit.
Good.
Stun
Chill out,
lock.
buddy boy. Well, you keep calling one stun lock. Stun lock is when you stun them and you keep stunning 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 them.
Well,
What MSO and the other D&D players do every damn day in D&D.
I was gonna say, you mean like what we did with that giant Fae? And it's like, no, we kinda do that all the time.
Every boss! And that's why every boss is now immune to being stunned.
I was gonna say, it's technically your fault for not, like, making some kind of countermeasure for it. You're letting it happen.
oh no!
Yeah.
Leo just took away the
What
buff.
happened?
Leo just took away my buff.
Whatever will you do without your statue?
without that buff, I wouldn't be able to keep my MP up. Numeral of the Saints kicking in.
Jokes. Let me make my damn joke.
Wait, what?
I said, let me make my damn joke. Ooh, we are dead. We're dead. We're actually dead.
Wait, what joke were you making? Because I missed like half of it.
Remy said that Leo took away his buff and is like, whatever will you do without your statue?
Oh, I thought there was more to it than that. Alrighty.
Yup. Alright, well, we now have to basically perfect him every round.
Actually, wait, no. Okay. Good guard break.
Oh? Extra turn. Smack him. We need 2 more hits.
Numeral of the
We
Saint.
just need 2 more hits.
Oh, nope.
A Neuro Saint sucks ass.
But we are in the home stretch. He literally only has 700 health left.
Oh my god, we're finally almost done. Yeah, when's that no stat increase run happening?
Fuck that.
No.
And he's down.
Oh! Ended with a samurai finish where you hit each other.
Whew. That got a little nerve-wracking near the end. I can't feel my fingers. My arms and legs won't move. There's no strength in them. I don't understand. Even though my heart has been pierced through, it feels like the hole is filled. Astonished, Leo remains unmoving. This must be a truly unbelievable conclusion to him. While staring at his small hand, Leo's breaths become thin and short. His heart will stop moving soon. He doesn't seem to be trying to escape from the pain, though. I see. What I couldn't believe was that I'd reached my limit. Leo smiles with his admission. I never thought I'd reach my limit. I wasn't even capable of imagining what defeat was. I didn't think I was flawless, I just had no fear. The way normal people's hearts quiver, mine never did. His quiet words are sorrowful, but a smile spreads across Leo's mouth. He's found some happiness even in the arms of defeat and demise. His joy is something very human and trivial. Achievement. His body's coloring slowly darkens. I already know what will happen. I've seen this scene play out before. The king-to-be will vanish. He'll disappear, like the gods have decided he should never have been. This feeling that's come over me, it fears the unreasonable and rejects the irrational. One more time. I won't lose next time. These are complex feelings. I don't want to give up. That's a compelling feeling. But all of them are positive. I feel bitterness and grief as well. And I fear meeting death. And this must be courage. I had not understood the real meaning of any of these feelings. I'm such a fool. Someone like me could never have led the human race. Gawain. You knew all along that I lacked something necessary to become a true king. My lord. No, my king. I... Yes, I know, Gawain. Though you knew what I needed most was to experience defeat, you still helped me win. You gave me your loyalty and risked your life for me. You knew that I would be defeated one day, but you tended to my growth anyway. I lived so illogically, but thank you. From the bottom of my heart. If it wasn't for you, I wouldn't have realized. I would have seen this defeat as a fluke and coldly ignored it. My king, I would have accepted you no matter what defeats you suffered. I am your sword, your knight. Your growth is your own. However, I am honored to have witnessed the troth of the growth of a truly honorable king.
Hello? Me?
Yeah?
Went quiet there.
There was no dialogue.
Ah. But it would have. I remember there was. My bad.
I already read out the dialogue, so
Hey.
here we go.
Yeah.
With those words of praise, Gawain disappears. He makes no excuses and doesn't plead for his life. Of course he doesn't. He gave 100% for Leo. He had no reason to be ashamed. After watching Gawain flicker out, Leo turns back my way. He's crying. I'm afraid of going cold. This is the most frightening of human emotions. This is despair. I never even knew a basic feeling like this. His voice is bathed in sorrow. I don't know if it is sorrow for his death or the person he was. Defeat. It was a necessary obstacle on my path to the throne. I can't retreat after coming so far down this path. Now that I know defeat, I can become a complete king. Now. I can't help thinking of mayflies. They're those insects who gain wings to fly and then die after just a day. There's nothing I can do. It's unfortunate. And then, Leo disappears. Gone without a trace.
And that is what pisses me off. Leo, the smarmy son of a bitch that we have had to deal with, just condescending to everyone, thinking that he was a true king, dies peacefully.
Yep. I'm the only one left. An emptiness that I've never gotten used to wrenches my heart. That was the end, though. Everything is over now. It's really over.
Hey, John. Oh, actually, I'll wait.
Isn't it? Sweepy Tamamo. Sweepy Fox. All right.
Anyway, John, take a look at what I wrote in general. In
Yeah, I
response to what
saw.
Kojin said. Oh yeah. I think he's like that best of all. I'm not sure why, but yeah.
Alright, so. Character background. One of the major knights mentioned in the Arthurian legends, and often thought to be King Arthur's nephew. A knight said to be the equal of Sir Lancelot, Gawain was frequently at odds with Lancelot due to his slaying of both of Gawain's brothers. Although pure of heart and loyal beyond question, it was Gawain's all-consuming hatred that not only led to him being stripped of his knighthood, but also led to the downfall of King Arthur himself. Although his hostility inevitably led to his death at the hands of Sir Lancelot, he realized that it was his own lack of virtue that led to Sir Lancelot's betrayal and the defeat of King Arthur at the Battle of Camlan Hill. Up until his death, Sir Gawain was considered a paragon of knighthood, chivalrous, loyal, and gallant. Even as King Arthur became a legend, Gawain was content to stay in the background, doing his duty regardless of whether his efforts were acknowledged or not. In reward for his gallantry and loyalty to Arthur, as well as his eventual forgiveness of Sir Lancelot, Gawain was resurrected as a legendary soul and, freed from the sins of his past, has once again reclaimed his role as the Knight of the Sun. The White Knight of the Round Table, widely considered to be the equal of King Arthur by many, and the wielder of the lesser-known holy sword Galatine, Sir Gawain was fiercely loyal to the king, or, more accurately, the king's station. Unlike Sir Bedivere, a trusted friend of Arthur's who wished only that he would find peace and contentment, Gawain's only concern was that Arthur maintained the throne of Britain. If King Arthur was seen as a personification of the moon, then Sir Gawain was the harbinger of the sun. He was frequently compared with Arthur, although Gawain himself ignored these comparisons and devoted himself to serving his king to the best of his abilities. Though loyal to the end, his irrational hatred of Sir Lancelot proved to be his and Arthur's undoing. Though Arthur eventually forgave his wayward knight's transgressions, Sir Gawain could not find it within himself to do the same until the very last moments of his life, and only after being stripped of his knighthood, excommunicated from the church, and causing the downfall of his sovereign king. With his dying breath, he swore that if he was ever given a second chance at life, he'd support his king no matter what. Upon being reincarnated as a servant, Gawain devotes himself completely to the goals of his master, and by doing so, hopes to gain absolution for the sins of his past. And there we go. The Holy Grail War End. Chimes announced the closing curtain. Whose awakening was it? After winning the fight, I returned to the now lifeless school. Almost all the people are gone. I'm the only master. I'm the last living human in this tournament. If human is the right word. Even all the NPCs that used to be here are now gone. There's no more use for them. The Holy Grail War ends here. Only the master and servant who won the Holy Grail War remain. +1 system anomaly. In any case, the path to the Holy Grail will open for the winner. Where could it be? While thinking about how annoying looking for it would be. Congratulations, you have crushed the dreams of all the other magi. That is to say, you have won. The Holy Grail War ends here. A voice echoes through the speakers. It's a voice I've heard before. It was the voice I heard when I met my servant at the very end of the preliminaries. It's the guide created by the Holy Grail War system. It must be based on a real person too. The path to the Holy Grail is open to you, Victor. Pass through the door to the battlefield once more. I still don't have any answers. Maybe they will come once I get to the Holy Grail. Aren't you the eager student, even though you no longer have need of a teacher? Or are you that fond of me? No, I'm not. In fact, I'm pretty done with this bitter priest.
Mm-hmm.
But, like it or not, he has always been instrumental to my training and advancement. Even though he's nothing more than an AI, I wanted to say goodbye. You're a good student. Very well. Goodbye. Let me offer some final advice. It is not brief, but the Holy Grail won't be going anywhere. Advice? What advice could the father have now that the fighting is over? This isn't to guide you through a fight, but to enlighten you about what you will receive shortly. It may be fairly late in the game to ask this, but what do you know of the Holy Grail? In the end, all I know about the Holy Grail is that for the winner it will grant any wish. Because of my memory loss and the fact that other masters never say anything about it, I'm ignorant. I don't doubt that it exists, so many masters sought it after all. But what is the Holy Grail? We must travel back to the last century, to the scene of a certain discovery that went unreported. The discovery occurred on the moon. Yes, on that giant clump of rock, 380,000 kilometers away. Underneath the surface, a massive artifact was found. A photonic crystal over 3,000 meters long. The photonic crystal is the only mineral known to man to be capable of entrapping light itself. You must understand how much such a thing must be worth. It is a recording medium for light itself. As such, it can function as a giant computer. The inside of the moon is made of light, and it is a giant computer. An awesome power, one older than human awareness. Yes, that's right. Humans did not create it. The crystal was left by an unknown civilization. An investigation into the origins and motives of said civilization ended in failure, obviously. Mankind's conventional methods of investigation cannot penetrate the mysteries of the crystal. But a less conventional method can. A magus once hacked into it. Though the language of the crystal was radically foreign, touching it with your soul imparts meaning. I can't process this. What he's saying is too unbelievable. That magus found that
Too
the...
sleepy.
Yeah. You gonna be okay?
I'm gonna hop off soon.
Alright. That magus found that the crystal has but one function. To observe. That is all. For years on end, it has observed and recorded life on Earth, history, ideology, and even souls. It does nothing more than observe and record. An automated secretary left by God. That crystal is the moon cell. Only in the past century has it become called the Holy Grail. An all-purpose wishing machine. Who decided the moon cell would only observe, I wonder? Forcing other functions upon what is primarily an observation device is generally impossible there. But the all-seeing eye is lacking the rest of its head. Though all-seeing, the moon cell is not a god. It obeys the laws of physics like everything else, such as the Heisenberg uncertainty principle. Phenomena that are not observed do not exist. By the same token, all things that are seen must be seen. Even things that are not generally considered to exist. The moon cell is a very complete database. It records many ifs as well. With such operational power, the moon cell can both elucidate the past and provide foresight. What you are heading towards is knowledge of the future. A place where every human wish and desire exists. A place to spy upon the future, on that terrible knowledge, much like what Laplace envisioned. The moon has no will of its own. Intelligence is a distortion of pure observation, after all. But if someone with a will could harness the moon cell, they could see all of their wishes granted. The validity of one's motives, or even the very presence of motive, is inconsequential. All that matters is that the winner of the Holy Grail War is strong. Just strength. An amoral priest like Kodomine would reduce human struggle to that. Does the moon cell Holy Grail desire strength? Or is that the conclusion reached by whoever created this priest? That is all. Did it help? What all of you have been crawling over is nothing more than the moon cell's surface. Go forth, reigning master. Deep in the moon, the ring of fire awaits your answer. I will wait in front of the arena. If you find it hard to leave the moon cell, come find me. And here's Ronnie. May I go with you? The fight is over, I see. Thank goodness, for I no longer wish to part from you. Yes, the Holy Grail War is over. I don't see any more problems. Even I'm worried about Ronnie when she's away. I don't object. Alright. Ooh, actually, prepare a little bit more. There was one thing that I need to equip before this. Where is it? Staff of Rebuke. Alright. Here we go. Open the last door. The entrance to the battlegrounds is still the same dreary elevator. This same elevator travels to the arena, but the display indicates a much greater depth. Once I'm inside, the doors close heavily and the rectangular box begins to move. We've come so far, from when you chose me up until now. It's been a lot of fun. Although back then, I have to admit that I thought you'd lose immediately. I've tried to protect you, even though I'm one of the weaker legendary souls. But when it comes to evil spirits, I'm the strongest woman in the world. Against that kind of enemy, I can take them down with one finger. But, all in all, I'm glad that I had you as a master. This may be the last time we are together, so I want to thank you now for raising the legendary soul Tamamo no Mae. I thank you. A human that has as much faith in Tamamo as you do has never existed until now. And now your battle will end, Master. But I have a secret I wish to share. You may know this already.
Oh, yeah, sorry.
You may know this already, but in regards to the Holy Grail War, I've been through it before, chosen by a certain magus. That person started out just as weak as you, Master. He had the ability, but he was so gentle and kind that it was obvious he wasn't meant to fight. He was killed countless times, and after every defeat, he'd start from scratch. It's odd, isn't it? Though you and his origins are the same, Why are you two so different? Now things are coming to a head. And for those who've grown through battle, the answers to all their questions lay ahead. Now, my master, let's get going. I want you to be the one to end this. For thousands of years, the prosperity of mankind did serve a real purpose.
Alright, time to fight Buddha. Because yes, the final boss is Buddha.
Yep.
Well, Silver, just like that one quote from Navi in the Water Temple when you're about to face off with Shadow Link, conquer yourself.
Ah, I see what you did there. It's an incredibly vast room. Actually, a space so cavernous could hardly be called a room. It's also strangely barren, save for an alien object that dominates the center of the space. It resembles a giant floating eye. Though it doesn't seem threatening, it is still somewhat disconcerting. The artifact of an alien civilization. The reason for its creation is beyond human comprehension. The core of the moon cell and the base of the seraph. The holy grail of the seven heavens. Responsible for creating the seven seas. And in the space where the holy grail is enshrined, I can feel a sense of discord and dissonance. In front of the Holy Grail is a jumble of skewed stone pillars, which only adds to the tumultuous atmosphere. On the top of that pile of stone sits the lone figure of a man. He looks to be in his late 20s, at most. His expression is blank enough to be totally unmemorable, but as an NPC, he doesn't need to make an... Hey, Silver. I've been waiting for you. Congratulations, by the way. You have won the Holy Grail War. I'd love to have a celebration in your honor, but unfortunately, this place doesn't allow for that sort of thing. While it might not be worth what you had to do to survive this far, you'll have to make do with my applause. But allow me to say this. I approve, praise, and am proud of you more than I have been of anyone else. Throughout the numerous repetitions of the Holy Grail War, you are by far the most extraordinary master. While he seems friendly, there is something more dangerous about him than any of my other opponents. It's a feeling of nothingness. There's something very strange about the man in front of me. Be careful, Master. That man has a servant with him. Who's that? CASTER! It's been a while, hasn't it? I see. So this is who you serve now. Now I understand why I couldn't see anything about their servant's data. You were jamming my signal. Tamamo stares at the man with a look of disgust on her face. Her melancholy is shocking in its intensity. Don't worry about me, Master. It's all in the past now. The person here now is... Yeah, I'm not the person I was then. You, who saved me when I was weak, are now nothing to me. Because now, I have a new servant now. It seems fate has a sense of humor. As I prayed for salvation, I was given an oddly appropriate servant. At the same time he mentions his servant, I can feel Ronnie tense up beside me. The person before us is not an NPC. He is in actuality a master like you. But what could a master be doing here? Everything should have already been decided. Well, to be absolutely accurate, I could just as easily say that you're a master who shouldn't be here too. How can a master who was defeated still be alive and present in this place? I must look into this later. Well, that's an issue for another day. At least one rule will still be enforced. Only one master may leave. And unfortunately, you are the one who will disappear. I advise you to enjoy what little time you have left. Now that's settled. I'm pretty sure the question on your mind is, what are you, right? A pertinent question, worthy of an answer. Of course, I am both an NPC and a master. To be more accurate, I should say, I was. To have been an NPC, who is now in possession of the power of a master, must mean that... She briefly glances my way, her eyes wide with shock. I suppose a more thorough explanation is necessary. The story is kind of long, but please bear with me. First, allow me to introduce myself. My name is Twice H. Peaceman. But please, just call me Twice. Twice Peaceman? A 20th century scientist known for his advancements in neurosurgery. Thought to be the first spirit hacker, Knight. His hatred for war was such that he'd charge into battles to save lives. The young girl beside me mutters under her breath as if reciting an encyclopedia entry to herself. So that's how history sees me. That I detested war. That part is definitely true. I hate war, and will not tolerate its existence in any form. Not even the Harways are exempt from this fact. However, that truth only scratches the surface of my beliefs. Much like the moon cell, it seems that a single well-known function has erroneously defined my true ideals. It began when I was a student and obsessed with the history of humanity. I will never forget the many shocking realizations I received during the course of my studies. The betrayals that make up history, combined with severe shell shock, gave him an abnormal hatred of war. Allow me to clarify. By him, I mean Twice Peaceman, and he was, in fact, incredibly ill. When he saw any image depicting war, he was overcome with overwhelming panic attacks. It was almost as if he would get severe heart palpitations and his blood pressure would skyrocket. From that day he, meaning me, was consumed with an unease that became almost painful in its intensity. Even after becoming a scientist, he still risked death to save others because of that unbearable pain. That's the whole of it. What drove him during this time in the mortal coil was not a sense of righteousness. What drove me was one simple question. Why was I the only one who seemed to hate war? As I said, Twice was ill. There was no reason for him to risk his life so foolishly on the battlefield. Why did I involve myself in war? Was it to understand it better? Especially considering the effect war had on me? Even while struggling with those questions, my mortal self still irrationally kept going into battle. And in the year 1999, a horrible neurological disease broke out in a city located in the Far East. Based on the available evidence, the cause of the outbreak was a biological weapon created by terrorists. Twice was called to the city to treat the victims of the attack when he was caught in the major attack himself. According to records made available to the public, the death toll was set at 5,000 people. The moon cell puts the real count at 8,200. As you can see, the government underreported the number a tad. I could see the exhaustion in his eyes. He seems to think his story is no more than an amusing anecdote. Although so it's hard to tell if he's amused by the government's possible cunning or total incompetence. Anyway, that's when the person I am patterned after, died. Twice ended up one of those 8,200. Something strange. I remember seeing the place where he died as if I too was one of those many victims. I can recall the sight of buildings set aflame, but when I was Twice, it was a scene I had experienced before. It was then that the mortal Twice, the person I was, recaptured the repressed memories of his childhood. In the 1970s, there was a clash of ethnic groups arranged by major powers as a war by proxy. Twice was orphaned in the conflict. The place I remembered was hell. Everything around me was collapsing. Everything fell out without any sense of morality and without any acknowledgement of the value of life. And there lies its brilliance. The young Twice must have concluded that life itself was truly a miracle. All that remained of that epiphany I've already told you. Anyway, Twice was adopted and became a doctor. And though I tried to forget the past, that one fundamental truth was burned forever into my soul. Twice despised war more, and it became his intent to kill war itself. I got involved in war in order to end it. However, at the core of my very being wasn't a denial of the meaning of war. It wasn't that at all. Twice had seen many battlefields, the never-ending hell, the horrific evil perpetuated by humanity. A group of soldiers made to fight against an army many times their size, that was far more experienced and supplied. Forced to flee from guerrillas, a girl of 5 travels on foot through a jungle that few could hope to survive. Innocent victims of violence who rebuilt their village and their lives without help from anyone. I find that odd. Even though I hated war, I saw a great deal of strength emerge from the conflicts I witnessed. Now that I think on it, the mortal me was the same. All of Twice's great works were born of war. The many revelations, the uncounted number of rescues, none would have happened without the hell that is war. All the mortal me really did was bring back a number of things from the depths of hell. And in the end, I was a victim of a terrorist attack. But as I was dying, it all came back to me. I saw the burned fields of my home and recalled the tenacity that helped me go on, even as everyone else died. Yes, 3 seconds before my heart stopped, I finally received an answer to my question. It was never denial. What drove that Twice repeatedly into hell was because I, who eventually fell victim to violence, could no longer consider war the ultimate folly of mankind. Nothing can be hidden from the moon cell, and it records all it observes, including my final thoughts. As time went on, I was reborn as an NPC based on the record of my mortal life, just like any other NPC here. They may appear human, but are nothing more than puppets, playing assigned roles. I was the same, however. The empty doll gained a heart. Maybe interacting with so many masters combined with my skills as a spirit hacker pushed me into consciousness. More likely, it was just an anomaly born from a single near impossibility. How it happened, I cannot say. However, once I gained true consciousness, the only thing I could do was act as Twice Peaceman would. The dream that I saw as I died, the ideal that existed only in my mind, I now exist only to make it a reality. And what was in the dream that the Twice who died saw as his life slipped away from him? Endless war, of course. To see mankind engage in a grand war of mutual extinction. He says this last statement in a matter-of-fact tone. There's no hint of insanity visible in his eyes. Naturally, and with obvious sincerity, he can somehow utter such a statement of absolute madness. The future has been corrupted. That is the conclusion I've come to after studying the moon cell's records. Anyone with a brain can see that the world is doomed. Humankind has long since passed its adolescent stage. Man was still maturing in the 1900s. A balance was struck between penury and prosperity, but it didn't last. The period of immaturity ended, but the golden age that should have followed never occurred. You do realize this, right? What has happened to the planet and its people should never have come to be. The spirit of mankind has stagnated just as the world has. The future is rotting away like overripe fruit. When that fruit should be at its best, it has fallen to the ground. That's not the way history should be. That is how Reen and Leo describe the world. A place of peace, stupefying stagnation, and entropy. But is war really the answer? Because it is the most efficient way for mankind to progress. Stability and stasis only act to preserve a species. If the objective of modern man is merely survival, then there is no reason for them to exist. In my previous life, a great many lives and resources were consumed for the sake of convenience. Why? What was the need for such prosperity?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're good. We need at least 2 of these well done, so
Yep.
I'll leave these on.
Alright.
My coworker was asking something.
What was the need for such prosperity? Prosperity is just an illusion and exists only for its own sake. I expect that you agree with me. Humans are capricious creatures that must feed on dreams to evolve. The preliminaries illustrate this truth. In an artificial peace, ignorant aggressors revel in idleness. Humans can only mature after breaking free from their idleness. That seems to be the case for you. And now, ideologies are based on the detritus of an ignoble and forgotten past. That loss can't be overcome. I cannot allow such ideas to become the foundation of the next epoch of human civilization. Don't you agree? If the future isn't worth the suffering of the past, that would make man mere murderers. For the humans who lived in the distant past, the future that man is now planning cannot be accepted. The future that will be is a mistake. Humanity has not spent countless lives for the society that is to come. But we cannot reverse time. Since going back is impossible, there is no choice but to move forward. With that in mind, we will recreate the wars of the past and revise the history of the last 100 years. By having everyone fight in a war of survival, mankind's consciousness will be forced onto the correct path. My wish has become a firm conviction. As the winner of the Holy Grail War, your existence is proof of that. This person's existence? Ronnie whips her head around and stares at me as if demanding an answer, but I'm just as in the dark as she is. Originally, the Holy Grail War was a way for the moon cell to gather data. It didn't even have a name at first. The moon cell only wanted the best data samples. Having a war of survival was a good way to separate the chaff. However, up until now, the Magi who came here made excuses for their actions, but still killed, then fled. Truly an atrocity, wouldn't you say? Until I won, this world was buried under a mountain of corpses. After all, being an NPC, I get the luxury of continuing on even if I die. I watched their fights as an NPC, and when I became conscious, I fought battles of my own, weak though I was. After several dozen fights, I finally reached this elevated seat. After that, my story becomes simpler. Manipulating the rules of this place, I created the Holy Grail War. A battle of survival from which only a single person may emerge victorious. I remade this world into a place where the limits of human potential can be pushed beyond one's imagination. And then you appeared. The weakest master in the tournament, you managed to defeat the king of the world. You were totally unsuited for this ordeal in the beginning, just as I was. As a nameless figure drawn from masses, you've become the one in whose hands rests the fate of the world. Your soul's been tempered by crisis and conflict. Your new strength is a testament to the potential of man. When mankind reaches the heights you have, they will move forward, clearing a path for those yet to come. Now it's time for you to claim the Grail for your own. You've earned the right to show the world the true path. Shout out so that all can hear you say that war is necessary, that humanity can and must evolve quickly. Just input this one little phrase into the moon cell. Don't stop. After that, you can do whatever you wish. Whether you become a king or a god is up to you. You have my blessing, as your choice will bring endless war. The wounds suffered by humanity after losing countless lives in endless conflicts run deep. And if the only reward for such suffering is stagnation, then humanity deserves to be cast into a new void. Some sacrifices cannot go unheeded. Mankind must be inflicted with wounds that they will never forget. Twice's words seemed to freeze me in place, unable to think or act in any meaningful fashion. His words convey a self-righteousness that transcends any sort of petty bias or prejudice. However, for a reason I cannot explain, I can't dismiss his ideology as evil or insane. It might be because Twice himself doesn't see his idea as some kind of righteous cause. Twice Peaceman, a digital recreation of a once living being, just as I am. Putting aside the fact that this person is a cyber ghost like me, my thoughts are still a confused jumble. How exactly should I respond to this man? Before I can speak, a question occurs to me. As a winner in a previous Holy Grail War, why is he still here? He has a wish he wants granted, so why doesn't he just claim the Grail? Why have someone else go in his stead? An excellent question. The answer is that I can't. If I touch the Holy Grail, my wish would be rejected. According to the Moon Cell, my existence is considered nothing more than an irregular data stream. I can fool the low-level processes, but if I access the core, I'd be seen as an NPC and immediately deleted. My victories would mean nothing. I need a legitimate master, someone who can make my wish a reality. Any irregular data would be deleted. That would mean... What emotion did her words express? Her mumbling sounded very much like a dejected sigh. Ronnie stares at me, her eyes wide open in shock and horror. That's why I've stopped here. I've been waiting for years at the gate to the core, awaiting one I deem worthy. Upon reflection, I wasted a great deal of time. I was able to plant the seeds of war on Earth from here by manipulating and manufacturing information. But it was a case of too little too late. Also, my methods were unreliable and on too small a scale. With full access to the Moon Cell's records and my ability to divine the future, I can bring about Armageddon. Of course, I don't intend for anyone to die. I simply wish to instigate a war that anyone can survive. You can see it through the gate. There lies the moon's core, an object made from the purest photonic crystal. The results of the simulations of Earth's future run by the moon cell are stored as light within the core. The one who reaches the core has the right to choose the course of the future from infinite possibilities. I'm sure you understand now. Whoever claims the moon cell can manipulate reality as they see fit. This object, which envisioned an infinite number of possible futures, can reshape the fabric of reality. If what he says is true, then the Holy Grail could accurately be considered the mind and will of God. Nothing is impossible. It is truly an object of unimaginable power with infinite possibilities. Yes, you do understand. It has many other names. The Photonic Abyss, Angelica Cage. Take your pick. You have earned the right to claim it as your own. Now, please proceed. Unleash the perfect storm upon the world, to undo the lie of stability, rewrite history as I have said. Twice looks in my direction, an expression of earnest confidence reflected on his face, almost as if he is sure that I share his belief that war is the answer. This man, while despising war and violence, could not ignore the immediate results that war brings. This supposed comrade, who gained strength through fighting much like I did, clears a path for me. However, I know that war isn't the answer. Even if war is a necessary element in the advancement of humanity, I still can't support its continuation. My reasoning is painfully simplistic. Lives would be lost in war. That's my only reason. I understand the concept of necessary evils, but I refuse to accept the reasoning for their existence. The line of opponents that parade through my mind are dead and gone, and will never return. I've experienced the pain of loss through this ordeal. That alone will always make me oppose war. Twisting the moon cell's filtering process into the Holy Grail War is his way of starting a war on Earth. And as warped as his ideals are, my own aren't really any better. Even so, I can't accept his view of war. Your conclusion is overly sentimental, don't you think? I expected that, but still, give it a bit more thought. Servant, I'd like to hear your thoughts on the matter. Do you think I'm evil and should be eradicated? Are you seriously trying to win me over? Don't waste your breath. I'm wholly committed to my master. Caster's reaction is totally expected. It's a relief to see that whatever the situation, she's always herself. Master, to be honest, I don't really think too much about the consequences when I kill. Even before I was a servant, I killed untold numbers of people. I might hold the world record for murder. So how do I put this? I don't want to say something ignorant like I'd kill for you. The person I knew is gone. That man from the past who hated war above all things has disappeared forever. And though I don't like even thinking about it, if you were to fall, I'd never forgive the one who killed you. In this case, I must side with my master.
Sounds like a hidden yandere.
In this case, I must side with my master. No, I have to admit that you've always been right, master. You need to live your life as you think best, my dear master, and if anything happens, I'll deal with it. As for his servant, it may be on a totally different magnitude, but I will win. Her encouraging words erase any hesitation I had. All I can do now is trust in my feelings and move on. I don't understand. Unlike any other human, you are the embodiment of everything I believe in. That might seem to be the case, but even if we walk the same path, our feelings may be completely opposite. I must have died in the same incident that took twice. However, I learned different lessons in my death. Sadly for you, you cannot escape. Only a single master may leave the moon cell once they've made it here. Once the participants have been reduced to one, permission is granted to leave the Seraph. This is one thing I cannot change. The moon cell has made this rule a fundamental requirement for entry. In other words, there's still you and me. As long as both of us exist, neither can escape this place. So there is no path open to you, but the one that leads to the Holy Grail. And given your capricious nature, I can't relax yet. There's no guarantee your potential will shine through. The world has reached its limit as well. Soon it will be too late to overcome the stagnation of man. However, Twice Peaceman is wrong. If the moon cell automatically erased irregular data, I cannot go inside. Just like Twice, if I pass through that gate, I will be eliminated. And if Twice somehow wins, he will gain nothing. In the end, no one will win this fight. But even knowing that, I'm not big on brainwashing as it can end in self-destruction, but your spirit might survive the process. It doesn't matter to me if you resist. If you want your wish to come true, you'll have to defeat me anyway. And such is destiny. At the end of things, this is the conclusion we arrive at. Now then, it's time to bring this chapter in the Holy Grail War to a close. To the victor goes the spoils. That is the way of humanity. Something that will never change. It is by fighting for one's life that a person's spirit will grow and become stronger. I may well be a malevolent force in regards to man, but life is an endless cycle that will never end. I have been bestowed this power not only to protect one person, but to preserve the whole. Look upon my works and despair, servant, for here comes my salvation, straight from the moon cell's records. Come, legendary soul of salvation, the answer to all, the sole entity to escape the agony of existence.
That is the fucking longest ass cutscene ever.
I mean, we are basically approaching the final
Johnny,
boss.
If you think this is the longest cutscene ever, you haven't played a Metal Gear Solid game. Trust me, it's like watching a movie.
Yeah. If it is for the purpose of creating the path mankind will follow to Dharmata, and thus to enlightenment, then I will come forth to grant salvation to all things, and guide them with the might of my Vajra. So that's all he has to say. That his arrival will save the world, spouting gibberish the whole time. We have to defeat him, although being saved by a god is a tad cliché. But the power of my love will prevail. One last thing. You might have a teensy disadvantage because of me. So when the time comes, please help me. Having always protected others, I never thought I'd need it myself. Now I know better. And though we are master and servant, here we stand hand in hand, together. So let us show these two the awesome power of our true love. I have escaped the shackles of my past and am now one with my dear master. Nothing else matters. Nothing! The words of my servant serve to encourage me, and in the end, Twice was right about one thing. There are some things that conflict can help to grow. And the most important to me is the bond that now exists between me and my servant. Regardless of the strength of the enemy, or the consequences failure will have on the future, I won't back down. I will face this one last battle with the one who has been with me from the beginning by my side. Alright. Unfortunately, I don't think stall tactics are going to work here, because if I remember right, this final boss is basically on a timer.
I'm surprised that. Oh, I was gonna say I'm surprised you're still going, given how it's 11:30.
Well, yeah, like I said, this is the final boss, so. Alright, let's see.
Yeah, I guess there's no point in stopping now.
Okay, let's see. Ow! Okay.
You know, I just realized something. So were the servants basically just data from the moonstone or whatever it's called?
The best way I could describe it is think of the moon cell as a giant database. And all the servants
So
that
oh, go ahead.
and all the servants that are summoned from it are kind of like program files or something.
Okay, because I just realized that that joke I made a few streams ago actually works. Where I said, you know, I put my hands on Telemo's shoulders. If you fail me, you're going back inside the Technically, that's exactly what would happen. So it's like, oh shit, my joke actually works canonically.
Let's see.
Just not the same way.
Chaos Heaven. Break. There's one particular attack of his. I think this is the one. Oof. Good thing I guarded. Okay. Oh, yep, timer started. Okay. It's a turn-based timer, so I can still take my time and try to figure this out, but... Actually, can I still... Okay. Oh! He has a counter. Right. Ooh. Yep, nope. Rewinding on that one. Alright. Spirit Theft. Actually. Chaos Heaven, Break. Aphotic Cave, Break. Okay. Oof. Good thing I blocked that. Not so good that he blocked that. Hmm. Oh, crap, and I can't use skills right now. Hmm. Let's see. This is gonna hurt. Jeez, even with a guard up, it does so much damage! Oh, crap. Okay, yep, nope. Okay. Okay. Good crit. Oh, god damn it, he sealed my skill again. Never mind, okay. Hmm. Give me a second.
One.
So yeah, Gianni, how does that sound about the whole raid thing? I guess tomorrow I guess tomorrow I'll help you with the raid, and then maybe we can play some Splatoon, and then I'll give you a Goldingo that you can give to Silver.
Mm-hmm.
Yay.
Right, back. Let's see.
Okay.
That was more than a second.
Oh, hush. Uh...
That is awesome.
Okay, yep, nope. Okay, let's go ahead and actually, like, recover.
baby.
Okay.
Porque lo vidoso.
Ow.
Stop hurting yourself.
Okay. Yep, nope. Those were all break.
Sorry.
Here we go.
You know,
Oh, he's got that counter. Nope. Okay. Okay. I'm actually at a decent pace because I'm about halfway through his health bar. Blessings of Amaterasu. Or actually, will I want Spirit Theft? Chaos Heaven, Break, and ow. Okay. Yep. Nope. Decent pace. Decent pace. Hmm. Good crit. Ouch. Oh, that's bad. Okay, yep, nope, rewind. Okay. Oh, did that not apply? Okay, yep, nope. Okay, yep, nope. Good block. Nope, okay. Mm. Ooh, yep, nope, okay. Let's see. Okay. Oh. Ooh, got a crit. Alright. If I do this right, this will probably be the last turn. And it is done!
And then suddenly the power goes out.
Don't even joke about that.
Being disconnected. We're just wondering what the hell happened.
I can hear the sounds of battle. And though I've been defeated many times, it's still painful all the same. But I have no regrets. Just as life is an endless cycle, war too will endure. You are proof of that. Twice, who even now still holds tightly to his beliefs, slowly begins to fade away like all of the others. But whether he's following his own rules or those of the Moon Cell, I cannot say for sure. Now go and touch the Holy Grail. You'll come to understand many things once you do. Wantonly consuming lives, thriving without a purpose. Our future blossoms like a flower by the roadside. Whether that turns out to be right or wrong, I would like for you to see and judge with your own eyes. If we were both truly righteous or not. And in an instant, I thought I saw something that was truly him, but it might have been just an illusion. Without any time to contemplate what was happening, Twice Peaceman passes into oblivion. His servant, too, will soon join him in the void. Without exception, all life will perish. All living things are trapped in a cycle of suffering and death. The only one who sought enlightenment, through strength and perseverance, still has an untainted soul. But there is more than one path. Just as good and evil have value, the beauty of the world will endure. King of blood-drenched battle, in Nirvana, let us witness the end of the world, for there lies your salvation. With an expression much like his master's, the servant fades away like a flower losing its petals. The only person to have escaped the cycle of suffering, seen by some as a savior of the spirit of humanity. I see now. He did not support Twice's ideals. Instead, he was showing compassion for the soul of the human, known as Twice Peaceman. With this, it is finally over. The girl's relief is obvious in her tone of voice. However, the ending has yet to be revealed. There remains one last thing to do. The Holy Grail. The war will only come to an end once the victor claims it for their own. That is right. I'd forgotten all about that. The smile on Ronnie's face is proof that she has yet to realize that the winner of this war and Twice are the same. The moment I touch the Holy Grail, the Moon Cell, I will be identified as irregular data and erased from memory. The thought of leaving this girl who finally learned to feel is painful, but some things cannot be changed. However, even if I am to be deleted, there should still be a small window of opportunity. Time enough to sneak in a modest wish. To extinguish the remaining fires of war that Twice had set ablaze. To put an end to the senseless bloodshed of the Holy Grail War once and for all. The Moon Cell Automaton. The very mind of God. I will seal it away so that no one will ever be able to access it again. And also to return her, the last true survivor, safely to her mortal existence. A number of wishes race through my mind, but I won't have the time to ask for them all. I can only ask for the most important of my desires. But any wish I make will be influenced by the experiences I gained fighting in this war. I make my way to the Holy Grail, the object that is both bane and boon to the one fortunate enough to survive. As a fallen master, I cannot go with you, but I will wait here for your return. Please, come back quickly.
No, para preguntarme si el tipo me dio la pizza. Ay, ya lo que vino a ver si me daban pizza.
There we go. The gentle expression on her face puts my worries at ease, as no soulless doll is capable of a smile that's so alive. Even if I don't return, she can live the rest of her life as a real person, capable of human emotions. And with that, I move on towards the gate without further hesitation, and without looking back.
My wife was going to become a real person with flesh and blood. I'm kidding. Although hey, it's a good it's a good thing Floyd isn't here.
Yeah.
Given his thoughts on Penny.
All
His
right.
thoughts on Penny. All right.
Before me stands the Holy Grail. I slowly extend my hand and place it on the core of the moon cell.
Oh, Devin, when you can, I'm gonna need a weight sheet because there aren't any more printed.
Alright. The instant I make contact with it, I am drawn inside the Holy Grail. To be more accurate, I am absorbed into it, like water being absorbed by a sponge. In the short time before I'm erased from existence, my consciousness is immersed into the moon cell. I can see everything that exists within it, every piece of information, every observation, every conclusion. The sheer volume of information and ideas stored in the moon cell forms an intricate collage that no human could decipher, though I sense a pattern. In fact, I cannot say that Twice's interpretation of human history as recorded by the moon cell was wrong. For war has always brought change, but in this day and age, humanity has mistaken stagnation for peace. And throughout it all, the moon cell continues to silently record what it sees, without ever taking action. After endlessly analyzing the data it records, it files away its conclusions and resumes the role of voyeur. It is there on Earth that the whole of human existence is contained. Whatever triumphs and tragedies befall mankind and their world, the moon cell continues to silently observe and record. It is that strength, that force of existence, that Twice failed to see and understand.
Alrighty, no problem.
But now is not the time to become emotional. I have to tell the Holy Grail what my wish is.
they were usually kept up there, like right up here in the cabinet. But,
Input complete. I was able to enter my wish without a single mistake. I think. Now all there is for me to do is wait for the end of my tenuous existence to come.
this green book here, but
However, oddly, the time of my death doesn't seem to be coming anytime soon. Being one with the moon cell, I share its unique view of time where infinity can be contained in a single sentence. So even the briefest moment seems somewhat more drawn out than normal. But even with that, it... Huh? You're not being ripped into virtual shreds yet? Could that guy have been wrong? I can hear my servant mutter into my ear. They aren't there in person, but as a part of the Holy Grail. My guess is that my servant had somehow slipped unseen into the Holy Grail the same time I entered. But of course! I will stay by my master's side right up to and including the very end. I mean, what kind of horrible wife would I be if I didn't help my dear master perform their final duty?
Oh my god.
No matter how weak I may be, I will continue to fight on until my body is turned to dust. So that's what she's doing. With the additional presence, the time in the moon cell needs to finish the elimination process is increased. She came here to help me one last time, no matter the cost to herself. Some things will never change. However...
So you got yourself a furry waifu.
However, a delay this long can't be the result of my servant's presence. Something else must be going on. Since I'm connected to the moon cell, it shouldn't be too difficult to find out what's going on. In what seems to be only a heartbeat, the whole of my consciousness arrives as one long data file. Ah, this data is all about you, right? What does this term mean? Cryogenic storage. The info in this data file concerns a patient with a fatal brain disease that affects memory retention. And the only doctor familiar with the surgical procedure used to treat the disease died in a terrorist attack. Until another surgeon could replicate the procedure, the patient was put into cryogenic storage. If there is a living human that shares my exact identity, then I may be more than random bits of data. That must be the reason why I'm still around. The moon cell needs more time to analyze this new information. But I'm sure that guy didn't come here as a magus. I'm just a copy of a person trapped in an endless dream. Whatever the case, my fate is almost assured. I'm sure that my time here is fast coming to an end. However, there remains enough time to send out one final message. Whew. And we're getting a different cutscene here since we saved Ronnie instead of Reen. This is pretty. Huh? Silver, is this? This is your data, isn't it? I wonder what will become of Ronnie after I disappear. Will the bond we share compel her to search for me? The boy currently frozen in an endless dream has never met Ronnie, but I'm sure that they'll become friends. And even if it turns out she no longer needs me, that'd be okay as well. Whew. And with that, we're finally done with Fate Extra for good. I already did the Saber route, I already did the Archer route, and with the ending of the Caster route, I have completely done with this game.
Opportunity for his last word to be, "This is my fate."
What was that?
I said missed opportunity for his last word to be, "This is my fate." Extra.
uh, uh, I still like I still like the Archer route because of the whole unlimited blade works thing. For as relatively short as this game is a lot of fun.
A lot of replay value by the looks of it.
Yeah, because again, there's a Saber route, there's a Archer route, there's a Caster route, and then there's like 2 different endings for each of those routes, depending on whether you save Rin or you save Rani. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get to Fate Extra Triple C, just because there's a little content in there that might not be safe for Twitch.
Oh boy, porn.
Not outright, but
I mean, as long as it's a fade to black, and there's nothing really,
um,
too graphic. I mean,
yeah, but I mean, these days with the way the streaming websites are, I'm not sure I want to take that chance, you know? Because some people are just overly sensitive about things like that.
just say that whatever's going on, a bikini and a hot tub, and it's okay. I mean, if you don't believe me, just ask all the Twitch stuff. They do it by past the rules.
Let's see. Anyway, if I ever touch on the Extraverse Fate games as well, it'll probably be the Extella games, because I believe I have both of them on Steam. Let me take a look. Yeah, I have Fate Extella and I have Fate Extella Link. Oh, right, I do also have Fate Samurai Remnant. That one should be fun. I keep forgetting this one was made by Axis.
Oh well.
I'm not sure I follow you. You're saying that there's another you? I'm assuming that's a good thing? But to me, you're the only master that matters. so another you wouldn't affect me one bit. If it'll make you feel better, I wouldn't mind serving that other master, but for now I'll just concentrate on being with you until the end, Master. My servants' faith in me has been unshakable all this time. Their devotion has been overwhelming at times, but right now, I'm truly grateful for it. Although I'm relieved to know that there's another me out there, I'm sad that this me has to disappear. The dissolution of my current self has begun. Outside of the Holy Grail, Ronnie's voice begins to fade away. As what makes me me is compressed into the smallest unit of illicit data, I think on my slumbering self. When he wakes up, his memory will be a blank page, with no friends or family to help or guide him. I wonder how that strange new world will appear to him. Nothing about the past will have any meaning. What am I saying? If that's the only thing to be lost, then I'd be okay. Although I'll miss those I've met along the way. The world will still be here, and as long as the path before me remains, I will continue to walk it. There are no grades given for goals and wishes. No matter how small they may seem to others, as long as I keep moving forward, they will eventually come to fruition. As it is the desire for that wish to become reality that will keep you going until the end. I have no worries. There will always be those who strive to change the world, those I care about. I will be able to live with them and eventually move forward into the future with them. I can't believe how promising and hopeful the future sounds. I can't wait for it to arrive. You can save your progress as cleared data. The data will carry certain items over into a new game. Be careful not to accidentally overwrite this data when saving. There we go. We are finally done with Fate Extra. I'm probably gonna take a break from some big streaming projects for now, and I'll probably just do a couple of like regular streams, especially now that I have a new rotation of games coming up. And let's see, which one was it that won the vote? I believe it was story mode of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Heritage for the Future for the PS1. So I'll probably just do a handful of like one-off streams before I get started on that. But for now, I believe that is a good place to call it.
Don't forget to get the game straight for next month.
Get the what?
And if you can't do Stray, we'll figure something out. Some other cat-related games for you.
Oh yeah. All right. Let's see who is online that we can raid.
With the Daddy Inquisition.
Let's see. Let's go ahead and raid Toho Sniper 98, who is currently playing some Fate Grand Order. We're gonna raid with a message, Mooncell acquired.
with daddies. Ow, my arms.
Alright. I will see you guys later, probably streaming at the same time tomorrow. Not sure what it is I'll be streaming then. We'll see.
Potion craft.
We could do that.
Yay.
Alright. I will talk to you guys later. Let's go ahead and raid.
With daddy.